How to interpret your results from your audience survey. Hey, you've done a great job of putting together a survey, getting your audience to give you feedback, and now you kind of want to consume that feedback. So here, if we look under Connect, this is where you set up your listener survey, and it's super simple. You simply come in here and give it a name and you turn it on, and you can be notified when somebody fills out the survey, and then you pick what questions you're going to keep and which ones you're not. At the bottom, you have the ability to add your own questions. And then if you want to add an incentive, so for me, I gave them a PDF, and now I've got my 30 responses. And you can see many of these were made into a graph right here that you can see. But if you wanted to find a way, especially on open-ended questions, to read this easier, I'm going to show you how to do this in Microsoft Word. I looked into this, and you can kind of do it in Google Docs, but you have to add a bunch of add-ons. So I'm going to do it in Microsoft Word. So here, I'm in Microsoft Word, and I'm going to click here and create a new document. Now, to get your data, it's super simple here in Podpage. Just go over here and say Export Responses, pick where you want it to go, and click on Download. So I've already downloaded this once, and I'm just going to go here into Microsoft Word. So what I'll do is I'm going to go to Mailings, and I'm going to say select recipient. So when I click on this, I'm going to say I want to use an existing list. And when I click on that, I'm going to navigate to where I just downloaded my CSV file. There it is. I click on that and click on open. And if you're not sure what to do, just leave the defaults, which is what I'm doing here, and clicking on OK. Now, what you want to do is put in labels to identify the information. So for instance, if I click here, I could say, well, maybe I want the person's name. So what I'm going to do is type in name, and then I'm going to come back and say, all right, I want to use, I'll put that right here. And so here you can see I have name. And if I go here and say, let me preview that, you can see it's showing the data there. So I could put their name. I can come in here and say, all right, what else do I want? Maybe their email. I'm not going to do that here because if I preview that, I don't want to preview people's email. But especially if I'm looking for feedback, I might go here and just type in feedback. And sometimes I'll see people come in, and this is fine too. You could bold it. Let me zoom in on this so you don't have to squint so much. There we go. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put that particular field, and you can repeat this over and over and over. So I'll go, okay, let's go. I have general additional feedback here. And so if I do that, now I don't need my answer in bold, so I'm going to highlight that and do a Control B. There we go. Now, if I preview this, there you go. Ralph is saying maybe you want to consider 2 different shows. And you could go through all of this and just let me turn off the preview. And I'll go down here and I could add any of, like I had what would help you join the School of Podcasting? I think that was my question. And if I'm not sure what it was, I could just come here. Let me go back up here and go to questions. And way down here, custom one was, what would it take you to join that? So I'm going to copy that here. I'm going to go back to Microsoft Word, and we're going to paste that here as the question. I'll put a little colon, and then that was custom question number 1. So I'll click here and say that's the answer here. And now if I choose preview, you can see saying I'm already a member. This is where sometimes what you can do to make this easier on formatting is, again, make this bold, however you want to do it. But you'll see now if I preview this, and I can go up here to the next person and the next person and the next person, and now I can see their feedback, and you can choose which fields you want to use to show this. So that's an easy way to, and then if you want to, if you click on finish and merge over here, you can just go, hey, go ahead and edit individual documents. So what this does is it makes a Microsoft Word document. And there it is. There's page 1, there's page 2, and each person has their own page. So that's how you do a quick, what is known as a mail merge in Microsoft Word using the data from your Podpage audience survey.